In the 1780s, desperate New England frontier farmers revolted against tight credit and farm foreclosures in Shays' Rebellion.
A Moment in Time with Dan Roberts.
In the aftermath of the American Revolution, New England coastal merchants, seeking to address pent-up consumer demand after an 8-year war, bought large amounts of British goods on credit in hopes of selling them to both coastal and inland markets. Partly out of spite at her former colonies for having had the nerve to rebel, Britain cut off American trade with the West Indies. Now there was no place to sell the huge amounts of lumber, fish, hemp, and other farm goods that they had in great abundance. When the mostly Boston merchants failed to pay their debts, the British called them in. The merchants then called in their loans to Western farmers who had only their land with which to pay their debts. Foreclosures spread west, and in 1786, farmers in western Massachusetts formed the Regulator Movement and united in Shays' Rebellion, named for one of their leaders, former Continental Army officer Daniel Shays, a farmer from Pelham, Massachusetts. When the legislature, the Massachusetts General Court, refused to provide debt relief, the regulators turned to violence, shutting down the inland courts. Governor Bowdoin tried to raise the militia, but militiamen in the backcountry refused to take up arms against their neighbors. Finally, coastal militia groups put down the rebellion, but not before a wave of fear swept across the new United States. Next time, congressional impotence and a new constitution. This series is supported by the Jamestown 400th Federal Commission with its International Conference Series on the Foundations and Future of Democracy. See jamestownjourney.org. At the University of Richmond, I'm Dan Roberts.